Alright you guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new AirPods Max 2, now with the H2 chip, allowing for all the features that the AirPods Max were missing for years. Is this a worthy upgrade, or is it too little too late for the AirPods Max? Let's find out. Alright, so as far as what you get in the box, you're going to get the AirPods Max themselves in whatever color you chose. In this case, I went with the blue ones. I think they look pretty nice. Back in the day, for the originals, I had the space gray, so it's a nice change up in terms of look and style. You're also going to get your Design by Apple in California pamphlet, along with a USB-C to USB-C braided charging cable that also allows you to play lossless audio in Apple Music via that cable when connected to your iPhone, iPad, or Mac. Alright, now with the AirPods Max 2 out of the box here, let's talk about what's new. Well, first up, we've got the H2 chip replacing the H1 in the originals and the USB-C refresh in 2024, which is bizarre if you think about it, along with 1.5 times better active noise cancellation and a more natural transparency mode, which I can attest by. Wearing these headphones in transparency mode is basically like not wearing headphones at all. It actually is pretty incredible. Now with that H2 chip, we also get things like adaptive audio, which dynamically adjust noise control based on your environment. We also get conversation awareness, which automatically ducks and raises the volume when you begin speaking and having a conversation with somebody. Now, like the 2024 refresh, we also have a USB-C port over the Lightning port found in the originals. We also get voice isolation in phone calls, allowing people to hear you better in noisy environments over the phone. We've got live translation, which is in beta, which allows you to speak to people in different languages and have it translated real time in your AirPods Max. AirPods Max 2 also finally get head gestures, allowing you to nod your head yes to answer a phone call or shake your head no to decline it. We also get improved sound and microphones with a new high dynamic range amplifier, which is also found in the AirPods Pro 3. We also have camera remote, allowing you to use the digital crown as a camera controller for your iPhone, but you do need to be wearing the headphones in order to use it, so it's kind of useless unless you want a picture of yourself wearing the headphones or you're using the rear cameras to take a picture of something else from far away. So that's everything new with the AirPods Max 2, but let's talk about what hasn't changed. What hasn't changed is the iconic design of the AirPods Max. Didn't change in the USB-C refresh, and it hasn't changed here either. We still have those nice cold to the touch all aluminum ear cups with those magnetic removable ear pads and the headband with the canopy fabric up top, and those stainless steel telescoping arms. That is honestly one of the most elegant and one of my favorite features of the AirPods Max. The way you can adjust them so smoothly and have it a little different on each side makes it just really nice to adjust and use every day. Another thing that hasn't changed is that wonderful smart case that everybody loves so very much. And yes, it still looks like a bra, and yes, it still looks like a purse when you're carrying it around in the bra. But I will say I don't hate the smart case as much as I used to. And that's because I think I finally realized what they were going for with it. While it does look really stupid, still, it is actually quite functional, because you know how when you have AirPods, the in-ear style, like the Pros or the regular AirPods, you open the lid, you get them out of the case, you put them in your ears, and you're on the go. Well, they wanted to do that with the AirPods Max, and here's why I say that. So if we had a nice hard shell case for the AirPods Max that we had to unzip, we had to take them out, we had to put them on, and we'd have to get our music going, that would be a lot more work than just opening the little flap of the case, pulling them out, and putting them on. I feel like that's what they were going for with the case. They want you to be able to open the lid, slide them out, and get them on your head as quick as possible to remove as much friction as possible during the listening experience. So I will say, even though I'm still not a fan of the case, that case does make it very easy to take them out and put them on your head as quick as possible. So it has grown on me a little. I still don't love it. A lot of people still hate it. I do see what they were going for with it nowadays. Alright, so in terms of battery life, you're going to get up to 20 hours with active noise cancellation and spatial audio enabled. But they do offer quick charge. 5 minutes of charging will get you 1.5 hours of listening time via that USB-C port, which is pretty great. In a pinch, you can plug these things in 5 minutes before you go to work or you go to leave the house, and you'll get an hour and a half of listening time time out of that 5 minutes. That is pretty incredible. I don't know if that's changed from the originals, but that is great either way. In terms of how they sound, well, to me they sound great, and it might be due to that amplifier found in the AirPods Pro 3 now being in these. This is the first pair of AirPods in general that I haven't had to EQ using the headphone accommodations to get them the way I like it. I like them perfectly out of the box. They sound great. They have deep bass, and everything is just very crystal clear, and I'd say well balanced. I'm not an audiophile, but I would say that there's nothing in the mix that is too overpowering for my ears. I feel like everything is where it should be, and I feel like they sound great. If I did have one complaint in terms of sound quality, it would have to be the loudness of these headphones. I feel like after all these years since the original AirPods Max, with no design changes and that new amplifier, we should be able to crank them just maybe, 5 decibels louder maybe than they can go. For me, that would be the sweet spot. I've seen them go around 88 to 90 decibels. I would prefer if they could get up to 95 decibels at their loudest. But it could just be a me thing. Maybe it's loud enough for everybody and it's just me. I don't know. But if I did have one bad thing to say about the sound quality, it would be that I would like to see them be able to get louder than they do at their loudest volume. Speaking of volume, a feature I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, new with the AirPods Max 2, thanks to that H2 chip now found in the AirPods Max, we've got personalized volume, which learns your listening habits over time and dynamically changes the volume for you automatically based on your environment and your preferred listening levels, which honestly I find annoying kind of, because a lot of the time, I'll be wanting to jam out to some music and it'll just turn down the volume for me because I'm in a quiet environment and I don't need it that loud. Well, maybe I do want it that loud. Did you ever think of that, Apple? So yeah, that feature is kind of annoying to me, but it's good to see it there for the people that want to use it, and I think that goes along very well with conversation awareness, which I do enjoy using because, it will duck the audio for you automatically when you begin speaking to somebody or having a conversation. That is one of the biggest missing features from the AirPods Max original and the USB-C refresh. That is great to see here. I love conversation awareness because everything just happens so seamlessly. You don't need to remove the headphones from one ear just to hear somebody. It automatically does it all for you and then raises the volume back up so you can go back to listening when you're done speaking. That has to be one of my favorite features. Alright, so now for Apple's claim of 1.5 times better active noise cancellation. I've been using them for about a week now and I've taken them on a bus ride, and I can tell you for a fact that the noise cancellation is incredible. Absolutely amazing. On my bus ride, I enabled active noise cancellation and I had my music volume at around 50% and I could not hear anything. We had the windows open, wind blowing crazy on the highway. I could not hear anything other than the music I was listening to. And with the noise cancellation also comes the transparency mode. The transparency mode is probably the best out of any AirPods I've ever used. You can barely tell that you're wearing headphones and you're listening back to what's going on around you via the microphones built in. It is eerily lifelike. You cannot tell that it's being processed through that H2 chip. You cannot tell that it's coming through microphones that's then going into your ears. It is the most lifelike transparency mode I've ever had the opportunity to use, and it absolutely blew me away. Now for adaptive audio, once again, it's a nice feature to see finally on Apple's most expensive set of headphones, but it's a feature that I've really never used. I prefer to just keep it simple. If I want noise cancellation, you press the button. If you want transparency mode, you press the button. I prefer to control that manually, so it's nice while it can be done for you automatically via adaptive audio. I prefer to do it manually. Maybe I'll give adaptive audio a chance, try it out for maybe a few days and see what it's really all about, but it's really a feature I've never put any time into on any pair of AirPods I've ever owned. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Now, even with the H2 chip, the 1.5 times better ANC, adaptive audio, conversation awareness, USB-C, voice isolation and phone calls, live translation, which is in beta by the way, the improved sound and microphones, camera remote, and all the other features added to the AirPods Max 2, I believe it is just simply too little too late. This upgrade should have happened in 2022, 2023, or at the latest with the 2024 USB-C refresh. I'm glad they've finally caught up to the less expensive AirPods, but man did it take too long. I'll see you guys later.